Yo guys, Coach Theo here on Common Sense. I'm re-attempting this. I had a failed attempt. I went here, take a cold plunge live on the stream. I was so happy because I was in here for a long time. It was cool, it was spontaneous. I was having this great speech of why I'm doing this, how I'm doing this, why you should be doing this, blah blah blah. Only to discover that the connection failed in the middle of all of that. So yeah, I'm bringing you live. You know, it's a live recording while we're doing this, at least. So, yes, why do cold exposure and how is going to be the topic of the day. So, why? Of course, there's all these scientific reasons to do it. You know, you can make a list of health benefits like that, like anti-inflammation, recovery, the immune system, and all that stuff. That's great. But as you know, I like to keep my explanations, my thinking on common sense style. See, this is already a worse monologue than the one live, but you know, let's do it anyway. You know, why I do this is really for the difficult, you know, anti-fragility, mental health, to be honest, just creating contrast in this very overly comfortable modern world. You know, it's so easy. We go around, we get stressed or worried about a lot of abstract things. We take for granted a lot of things that are actually we should be grateful for, and we don't really appreciate, like something as simple as having a roof over our head and being in a warm room. You know, that's something you take for granted, but you'll be reminded if you go hit a cold plunge for a few minutes and have to walk back. That's the worst part about this, by the way, having to walk back with, like, especially with freezing feet and that for 10 minutes. No, but anti-fragility, of course. It might sound, you know, because in this modern world, we're so, like, men and women both, but we're very weak and soft in many ways, right? And even someone like myself that, you know, embraces this, like, you know, train hard, discipline, do the fasting, be consistent with the diet, minimize vices, fast for a long time, meditate, cold plunge. Yeah, we're still, you know, there's still just aspects of us that are soft. You know, this is like the best we get, though. But is this even making sense now? But you know, what I want to say is even like adversity and difficulties that we might not have to face that much these days. You know, the more just difficult and tough things you do, the more prepared you are for anything, because you know, you teach yourself with all these different practices that I am someone that can take difficult, I can be uncomfortable, and you will trust, you'll get more confident in your ability to handle whatever other adversity may come your way, right? So I just like to toughen myself up, do things that are hard so that I get hard. You know, you are what you do. You do little soft things all the time. You're a big softy. Do hard things. That's what makes you hard. Okay. So if we talk a bit about like how to get into this, because of course this is kind of a, like, it's 4 degrees Celsius here in the water, so it's quite cold. And I'm in here for quite some time. I'm making a video, and like I said, I'm gonna have to walk back. Just like with anything, when you're not doing it at all, it might seem so far away, you know. But of course, you don't start here. It took me years to build up to something like this. So what I'd say, the very, like, cold showers, they're more accessible, of course, most of the time. But you know, it's easier to go in and out, and you can cheat and switch to hot water afterwards if you want. But really the easiest way to get into cold exposure is if you can do cold shower after a sauna. Like if you sit in the sauna for long enough that you really want to get out, you're uncomfortable from the heat. If you're not used to cold exposure, you know, you're still gonna think a cold shower is a little bit like, shocking, a bit uncomfortable, but there's gonna be an aspect at least of you that feels like this is like refreshing. I'm getting cooled down. So that's really like the easiest way to start. Then if you're gonna go to just regular cold showers, what I say is don't try to ease in, you know, to the degrees, like, I don't do it, turn all the way down to the coldest water. Start with the coldest water and rather just increase your time. If you can just stand it for a few seconds before you go out or turn the heat up, you know, that's good. But if you do that a few times, you're gonna be surprised how fast it's gonna go until you can be in for longer. And then what I'd say about the plunges is that they're both more intense and, in a sense, like not more comfortable, but you know, with a shower, it's like it gets a little spread out, and oh, here's a spot that didn't get any. Like this is more intense for sure, but you know, it's more. I'm just soaked. When you are in, you're in. And something more I'll say is like brace yourself before. What I see, a mistake I see with a lot of people is they get all in their head like, oh, I'm gonna do this now, and they're like almost preparing to be like shocked and overwhelmed, and so they just go in and out very quickly. And of course, again, you're gonna have to build up to something, but if you know, you have to brace yourself, like go in and like expect your body to react, and find the breathing sooner. Then you're going to be able to be in longer, like faster. You're going to reach that point faster. And it's something you're going to have to teach yourself, to brace yourself. It's like we're doing a tough set in the gym. You know, you have to be prepared. Okay, I'm taking this to failure. This is going to burn. This is going to be tough, you know. So what I usually do these plunges when I go here, it's usually 1 to 3 minutes, but now it's probably longer. I'm just staying in for as long as I need to make this video. But yeah, and I'll say too about the mental health and stuff. Like on a day, if I feel like stressed, I like some work stuff or something else that's bothering me, and that, of course, a thing like going into the water doesn't just solve a problem, but it's this contrast. You know, you have, when you do something like this, you completely change your state, and you're gonna be able to look at things from a different, probably more sober, if not like optimistic and positive view. But I think that's it, guys. Like, you see what I'm about, why I'm doing this, right? Like, you just strengthen yourself. Like, something I'll say, doing all these kinds of things that I listed before, but something like this, like in general, if you have to be uncomfortable or do something that's just a little icky for some reason, you're just so used to, like, yeah, you know, I do stuff like that so often, so why wouldn't I now, right? Okay, it's time to go up. Let me usually start by, you know, going down with the head and at the end as well. But yeah, guys, we're gonna have a stream on Sunday, like 48 hours. 5 p.m. Central European time on Sundays. We have streams, so check in for that. You can leave questions for the stream here if you can't make it live, and I'll answer them there. And yeah, please like and comment, of course. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health, philosophy, spirituality, mindset. It is a mindset, guys. Do difficult things to become more difficult. No, to make everything more easy. Everything else more easy. Okay, guys. Peace.